Yes guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to the George Benson Football Channel. Today is a special day. We're going to go against protocol normally here on GBFC. We don't normally cheers the beverages, but I'm going to have a sip of beer because what we've just seen was sublime. It was absolutely sensational. And I feel as though, I'm going to use a lot of different comparisons here today. I feel as though, you know when you get married, some of us might know when you get married, some of us don't know when you get married. I've never been married, so I don't really know. When you get married and things get a bit sour, the best thing you can do is renew your vows. You know, it's known as one of those things where you can really bring the spark back into the love life, bring the spark back into the relationship. Now, I'm not saying I'm over Chelsea winning the Champions League. I'm not saying that any of this stuff has happened, but what I will say is this win, because it's Tottenham away in the Premier League in a full stadium, hearing the Chelsea fans outnumbering 60 whatever thousand Spurs fans. This feels like the day when you renew your vows, you know, and you go home as a man and you just get it. This is an amazing day. Or a woman. You go home and you're very happy. You've rekindled everything and you've managed to keep that spark alive in terms of that love, that relationship. To me, as a Chelsea fan abroad, as you guys know I am, today feels a little bit like that. You know, when you can't be there and you really want to be there, and the atmosphere is electric. The atmosphere is everything that you don't want, because the home fans, they thought they had a chance in the first half. Spurs genuinely believed they were going to win this game. And you could hear it in the crowd. In the first half, Chelsea's performance was nonchalant, to say the least. I can't believe I've used the word nonchalant in a football video before, but Tottenham were the better team. And I think they actually probably deserved at half-time to go in with a goal. And the fact that Chelsea managed to keep it at 0-0, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, just when you think everything is a bit maybe the team selection today wasn't good, maybe they're gonna get the better of us here, we turn around and the second half performance had me in awe. It had me in absolute awe because, again, I say the same thing. I don't think at any point during that game we played at the blistering best that I know we can. I think Lukaku as the target man really caused so many problems for Spurs, but he was never actually, in terms of thinking about what that focal point is within the Chelsea team, he didn't need to be that today, because every single piece of goodness that came from the Chelsea team came from all over the pitch, from players that a year ago we might not have even thought would ever play for Chelsea again. I know that you guys are probably waiting for me to get into the meat and potatoes. You're here for 6 things we learned. Well, I've had a couple of beers. This is the one game of the season in the Premier League. I'm filming on my phone and I keep looking in the opposite direction, but you guys are here. I can see that. This is the one game of the season that I want to win more than any other game. Because no matter how good we're doing, no matter how bad we're doing, going to Tottenham away and silencing that crowd and reminding London that London is blue. There is nothing quite like it. We joke about it on social media. We make statements saying that London is blue and that nothing else matters. And we get laughed at because it's well, why does it matter? Well, when you're European champions and then you go to Spurs and do what we just did in that second half, there are not superlatives in the English dictionary that are ready for what I really want to say today, which probably involves me standing on this table, dancing around like an absolute loony bin and going nuts. And I'm sorry this video isn't framed properly. I do apologise, but there's sometimes when you need to remove the professionalism of trying to make a video for you lot as a review, and you just need to strip it back down to just being absolutely over the flipping moon that Chelsea have gone to Tottenham and got the win. Yes, I've had a couple of bevies, but without any further ado, we begin this video with a blue box, the absolute highest honour. I couldn't even have a beer because I don't even want to ruin what I'm about to say with a swig of the beverage. Thiago Silva's a blue box. He was absolutely sensational. From the blocks in the first half, to making those tackles, to us thinking, as Chelsea fans, we watch games where we're under the cosh, when the atmosphere around the stadium is in favour of the home side, and you're thinking, have Chelsea got enough here to actually go out there and get a result? And after this performance today, with Thiago Silva scoring that first goal, a man who is 36 years old, 36 years old, and he comes up with the goal like that, and then he goes over and he puts his hand on the badge to the camera. It's made me emotional, this game tonight. It honestly, it feels so good. You know, the fact that we can witness this Chelsea team put in a first half where we're kind of waiting for the gears to turn. We're kind of waiting for the car to break down. And then all of a sudden, we just switch it on like that. And it comes from the Brazilian maestro that is Thiago Silva. He was exceptional. Opened the scoring for Chelsea with the first goal. And for me, as soon as that goal went in, I don't know the last time. Let me know in the comments down below. When was the last time that Chelsea went 1-0 up away from home in the Premier League against one of the big teams and you felt comfortable that we're going to win? As soon as Silva scored that goal, I restored every single little bit of faith that I might have ever doubted in Thomas Tuchel not starting N'Golo Kante in this Chelsea team. It was just phenomenal. And I think Thiago Silva's goal again is just testament to the way that this man is as an individual. When it comes to a big game, he's ready. He's excited to get on the end of everything and put in an absolute shift for the team. And Chelsea are blessed to have Thiago Silva in our side. We move into box number 2, and I want to bring this back to a little bit of comedy again, because N'Golo Kante's goal. You know, I'm stood here like running around my living room like a crazy rabbit who's just found his first meal and realised the cage isn't even locked and he can run around and escape from his owner. I'm that rabbit in this game. I'm running around thinking, go on, just have a shot. Have a go. When Chelsea's luck is going with them, the way it is right now, everything's going in. And when Kante hit that ball, just after I got over being 1-0 up with Thiago Silva's goal, N'Golo Kante scores that goal. And I know it seemed as though it was an eternity from when he actually struck the ball and the ball hit the back of the net. I don't know about you guys, and maybe I sound like an idiot at the end of the season when Chelsea don't win anything. When Kante's goal went in, I just felt like this is our year. You know those feelings you get when you're just like, we're not playing amazing. We haven't even tried really to dismantle this average Tottenham team. And then all of a sudden you get a deflected goal like that from the best midfielder in the world. This game is up there in terms of like the emotional reaction from me. This is up there with Man City. And I think it's probably because I'm so flipping far away from everything. And it's Tottenham away. And it was actually the last away game I went to before I moved out here. It just hits differently. It absolutely hits differently. And Kante's goal, in the first half, I feel as though despite Jorginho and Kovacic, I don't think it was that bad from either of them, to be honest. But I feel as though the game was desperately calling out for N'Golo Kante. N'Golo Kante comes on, and whether it was his goal or an own goal or whatever you want to see it as, the fact he scored that second Chelsea goal. You guys know what I'm saying here. There's very rarely a moment where I'm a little bit like lost for words in a video, but I think you know what I'm saying. With this man in the team, the fact we've been so good without him, when he comes back and he puts in a performance like that in the second half, we are ready to win this league. We are absolutely ready to win the Premier League again. And N'Golo Kante is box number 2. Box number 3, Marcos Alonso. Have you ever seen a come up in football as good as what Marcos Alonso has done since the beginning of this season? Ben Chilwell was absolutely fantastic for Chelsea last year. Marcos Alonso did not play in the Champions League final. Ben Chilwell did. He's a European champion for Chelsea Football Club. But Marcos Alonso, a man who has come under so much scrutiny at Chelsea for so long, puts in another performance like that against Spurs. Again, I'm actually struggling to figure out where to look on the camera right now. If you're wondering why I'm a bit daisy, it's because I don't know if I should look here or if I should look there. Alonso was magnificent again, and he could have scored. He could have set up many more Chelsea goals. And I think Spurs would have probably sold their stadium and asked Leyton Orient to step in and play their home games there because they'd have been embarrassed if this would have been the case. Alonso was phenomenal. He was one of Chelsea's biggest attacking threats the entire game, and I thought he was absolutely magnificent. But I realise I'm keeping you guys for a long time here when it's a Sunday night and you probably want to go out for a beer. Cheers to that. Box number 4 is Mateo Kovacic. Once again, absolutely superb. The way he carried the ball forward tonight, again, the way that Tanguy Ndombele, I think, is a very good Spurs midfielder. I actually don't think he gets enough credit as he deserves. And against Chelsea, he always looks as though he's the real deal. And again, he did look like that tonight in the first half. But Kovacic came out in that second half and he made the entire Spurs midfield look beyond average. Fabulous from Kovacic in that second half, when I thought Spurs were going to get us on the counter-attack. And you guys know that I said that I wanted Christensen over Thiago Silva in my starting 11. How I love to get that one wrong. I love to be wrong when it's in the favour of Chelsea winning football matches. Kovacic was absolutely excellent. Protected the defence superbly. This is up there as one of the best feelings after a victory that I can ever remember. And I'm sat here, 17-hour flight away, and I didn't even go to the game. And this honestly feels just as good, if not better, than any of those away trips ever did, because I think the symbolism of this performance and this result this season could be immense. Box number 5, Toni Rudiger. When he scores that goal to make it 3-0, I didn't know if I wanted to break down into tears of pride or tears of laughter for once again doing to Spurs what they know is going to happen every single year since probably the moment I was born. Rudiger's goal to make it 3-0, it was too good. It was too much. I absolutely flipping loved it. And I think overall, again, Chelsea's defensive display tonight was absolutely testament to the magnificent manager that is Thomas Tuchel. This man has come in and won us a Champions League. And the way that he started our season is absolutely phenomenal. The way that Chelsea have become one of the most intimidating teams in Europe, not just on the defence. We didn't concede a goal again today. We did not concede a goal. Kepa Arrizabalaga, hats off to you, mate. You called him because Mendy's injured. You keep a clean sheet to score 3 goals away at Spurs. If we don't win the league or not, I will sit here and say to you, because I believe this is a massive thing in football. We all get upset when we don't win things. But when we do, and we have that belief that we might actually win something, that feeling is worth holding on to as much as any title win. Because when you win the league, yes, it's like an absolute eruption of emotion, of ecstasy. But these feelings today, when we really realise just how good we are, soak it up, drink it in. I don't even want to create my own line. I want to use an old commentary line that you guys will relate to understand just how important it is to really enjoy these moments. Chelsea have obliterated Tottenham again in their own backyard. Tottenham 0, Chelsea 3. This has been 6 Things We Learn. I want to thank you very much for watching this video. It has made my flipping month. It's made my week, it's made my day, it's made everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. Chelsea, we're joint top of the league, and we've already gone to Arsenal. We've gone to Liverpool. We've gone to Spurs. I said it when we drew Porto in the Champions League. Believe, Chelsea are coming for the Premier League title. See you guys later. Come on, you Blues.